ain't somebody. Twerk it like a rowdy, I'ma eat it like a zombie.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Freestyle Chess, where we've just seen the final day of our tour finals. It's been a lot of action here in South Africa. I'm your host, David Howell, and I'm joined by Grandmasters Judith Polgar, Peter Lecko, and the brains, the inspiration behind the whole tour, Jan-Henrik Buettner. I think first of all, we just have to breathe. What a day it's been. I'm going to start with you, Judith. What are your first takeaways? What are your first thoughts having come to the end of the tour?
Ooh, of course I have to be short because there are so many things we can talk about. I think it's something brilliant, fantastic happened in this year. For me, it was a very new journey to see freestyle excel in a luxurious way. So I'm very much looking forward to have more, to see more organizations like this.
I'm glad you enjoyed, glad you want more. Peter, how are you feeling? How did you enjoy the chess today?
Yeah, it was amazing. Well, unfortunately, actually, Levon made it look easy. Yeah, it was amazing, which already tells the whole story. Beating Magnus Carlsen in the final in a way he did was sensational. Very big congratulations. But let's also not forget that Magnus won the whole tour. So there were probably two people happy finishing the tournament with victories. Amazing series. Yeah, the whole tour started with Vincent Keimer, my student, my protege, by winning this sensational event in Weissenhaus in brilliant style. And then he rose all the way to world number 4 this year in the world ranking. Amazing journey. The whole tour had been fantastic. I'm very happy to be part of it.
Yeah, I feel the same. And Jan-Henrik, you must be so proud right now. What do you think today? It was a fitting result, right?
It was the best we could have hoped for. I mean, first of all, I'm really close to all of these 8 players, and so I have no favorite. You know, I'm always trying to live with the result and be happy about that result specifically. Of course, now in retrospect, it's the perfect result anyway, because we have, you know, Magnus as the tour winner. He has won 3 Grand Slams. We have Levon as the winner of this tournament. He has won 2 Grand Slams, and we have Vincent like as the 3rd place. He has won 1 Grand Slam, so it's really very good. And then you see like Fabiano Caruana, who has not won a Grand Slam, but he has always finished up very well, so he ended up in the 3rd place in the overall ranking. So this is the perfect result. We have like the 4 of the very best players in the world being like on the top 4. Then you have a little gap like in between of the next players running up, and then so all the rest are coming. But we have really established a highly professional, highly entertaining new form of sports in terms of a variation of an existing sport. Like, of course, chess is existing. But the thing that one of the many things that I got in this season was a saying from Derrick Rose, you know, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and he is also, of course, one of our investors and friends. And when he was in Las Vegas, and he compared the changing from traditional chess to freestyle chess to the introduction of the 3-point line in basketball, because it changed the whole dynamics of the game. Because suddenly, you know, players are rewarded who can throw the ball from afar, very precise, and not you know, the big machines that are under the basket. So, and I think similar things will happen to freestyle chess, and I'm very excited that the best players in the world also in classical chess are also the best players in freestyle chess. So that shows that it's like a little bit also in ice skating, where you have like the duty and the freestyle performance kind of also, so that we have like these variations, and maybe we can bring it all together. You saw that Arkady Djokovic from FIDE also congratulated, so we are in talks behind the scenes of maybe we can do something exciting together next season, so it's all gonna work out.
Oh, you're teasing us here. I want to know more about next season. I think we all do. But before we get to that, let's kind of zero in on what's happened this week. And I believe we have some highlights from here in South Africa throughout the last few days. And Jan-Henrik, it started with some diving chess. What were your impressions here?
Yeah, I was just asked in the interview, just on the spot by Fiona, what is like one of the most exciting moments that I had. And I said in the first place, I couldn't even think of something because there was so much going on. As Judith said, it's like so many things that you can. But then when I think about the diving chess, because I'm always most happy when there's a vision that is in my head, that I have like this idea. And then when this comes to reality, when I see what I had in my head and then it comes to reality. And so here, when Holly and I were like in the Silo Hotel, which is one of our favorite hotels, and we were on the rooftop and we were in the pool, well, I was looking at this pool, and then we had our friend Ethan, who had this idea with the underwater chess, and we said, well, if we do it here, that would be fantastic. And then same thing is with the auditorium in the waterfront, which is a great public place, and we thought like maybe as not the public couldn't participate here in Grootbosch, similar like in Weissenhaus, we can stream it back to Cape Town. And so we made that all happen. And when this came to reality, you know, and when I was on the rooftop and I saw these super grandmasters like diving in underwater and playing with the pieces and being excited about that as well, and also at the same time then Vidit and the radio hosts going there on the auditorium and explaining it to the public, and all these beautiful kids that you see also here, like in this Stanford Hall, like where we played a simultaneous tournament, like to see the excitement and the fan engagement. And also with Grenke, I mean, we have 3,000 chess players, 1,000 of them played freestyle. So this showing it that it's not only for the super grandmasters, it's a luxurious, ideal sport like for showing like exclusivity, but also it's a movement for the masses. I think that's both very important.
And Peter, we saw you in action playing against some children in the simultaneous. How did you enjoy the chess, the experience at the university, seeing the local players in action?
Yeah, that was amazing, because once we stepped into the hall, one could already see the shining eyes, you know, that what it meant for all the players and the spectators to be part of this event, that we came. And I think that this is one of the most important things, when we feel that people appreciate what chess is about, what freestyle is about. They came, they had the chance to participate. We had wonderful experiences. Actually, some of the players played brilliant chess. Also in Stanford, we had this simul exhibition. Two of the young players made draw against us. And it's so nice to see that there is so much talent everywhere. And I'm very much hoping forward to coming back to South Africa.
Let's all hope we're back here next year. And Judith, we also saw some fantastic outdoor activities. We saw Vidit in action in Cape Town. What's your impression been of kind of everything that Freestyle Chess have been building?
I think this is what is very interesting, what Jan is dreamed of, that he is a very creative person. I'm a very creative person myself. That's why I do my own festival. But it's very nice that someone has great ideas with a great team. That's also very important. With dreams that everybody thinks, no, this is too much, it's impossible. So actually it only fuels Jan's energy, I think, when people don't believe that it's possible. So of course, during the creative process, you're always thinking a lot of things, and some you can manage and some you can implement in a way, the way you like it. But of course, a creative process, it's like building, doing, everything is on the way, but the dreams are very big, and this is fantastic to see how to show chess in a different format that it's appealing for the whole world who are not professionals. And this is something very interesting for me and very curious to follow, how and where you can bring the chess itself, freestyle itself, and many other involving other sports like basketball, also underwater chess, and making it, expanding it a bit for the outside of the chess world and more for the mainstream. So that's something very inspiring.
Yeah, and talking of creativity, I think very appropriate that a certain player won the tournament here in South Africa. We're soon going to be joined by some very special guests. But just because I was in one broadcast, I was with the community stream. Peter, Judith, you were with the pro stream. I want to ask your thoughts on this man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Levon Aronian, the winner here in South Africa. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Levon. Fantastic performance.
Okay, Levon, we've heard some thoughts initially as soon as the game's finished. Now you've had a bit of time to kind of soak it all up. How are you feeling?
This has been a dream. I mean, the whole season of freestyle has been a dream for most of the players. You know, I never ever thought that I'm going to play in my favorite game on the biggest, the most prestigious stages in the world, and so well organized. We're very grateful. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very grateful. And yes, this definitely has been the best year of my career, and the continuous giving. I feel like the Santa Claus loves me.
Santa Jan. I must admit, I'm personally very inspired. I was watching, Peter, you at the World Cup. I was cheering you on every step of the way, Levon, and now you're winning tournaments for people at home. I mean, timeless. Experience counts, right? And I mean, I think all three of you, Judith, Peter, Levon, you've been playing freestyle chess, Fischer random chess, for what is it, 30 years now? Is that why you love it so much?
Well, I think more the gentlemen can talk about that.
Yeah, I think
Over their experience.
when
I was not the first.
2001, I played the first match
Yes.
in Mainz.
Yes. So yeah, 25 years already, yeah.
25 years. And what's the one or two things that you've learnt over the last 25 years that you think has really set you apart?
I learn every day that I don't understand this game, and and it's very enjoyable, and you know, it makes you doubt your kind of understanding, and it's actually pretty good because it really teaches you that there's so much more, you know. And imagine if you were a programmer, and one day you're given a totally different language, which has hundreds more languages in it, how happy you would be. So I'm like a kid in a candy shop. And I love fresh positions. I love discovering things. I love feeling that I don't understand chess. And it's all in here.
Well, sorry, I just want to say that I was one of the first ones who, with Fischer, I met when he said and shared with me and my family, with my sisters, that he wants to have this implementing Fischer chess, where you randomly mess it up, the position, that's how I called it. And it was very interesting. Of course, he created it because it's avoiding all the theory, and he was away from chess for 20 years. So it was something very interesting. But I think that the players love it, and the elite players, because they are researchers. And the professors are like to look new things and like to be challenged. And we have this habit that we like to think and we like to discover. And this is a place where you can do that endlessly, right? You can doubt yourself, you overcome with it, and then you win, you lose. Of course, losing it's hard to accept. But in this game, already at move 2, you can make a decisive mistake.
At move 1, you can make a decisive mistake. For example, the game between Javohir, he was white against Parham. It was c4, f5, a losing move because of queen d3. And of course, we are told from childhood, don't bring your queen too soon into the game. But the move was winning on the spot, winning a pawn and just crushing the position. And this is what we love. And this is just the feeling of freshness and the feeling of surprise. I cannot compare it to anything else.
We actually have a board, and we're showing that moment, as you said, Levon, a blunder on move 1. That is not possible, or not likely in traditional chess, but you pointed out this move, pretty much winning a pawn or forcing some big concessions.
Yeah, actually, I would like to add that doing the pro stream, I think with Judith and with Nicholas, what we kind of established, the final conclusion of this beautiful stage, that Levon Aronian is the one who understands the opening part the best. This is what we got, this impression we got, also the way how you are analyzing the ideas, then also the way how you play the opening stage. You were also today against Magnus Carlsen, total control right from the start. Judith, don't you share this feeling?
Well, yeah, in opening that you understand it very well, you grasp the ideas and the harmony between pieces, how you should reorganize the pieces, that actually everybody is doing something, but also your time management was quite incredible.
Yeah, I normally play
matters.
fast, so yeah, it worked out.
And Levon, maybe you can talk us through the early stages of your first game today against Magnus, because that was the clincher, that was the decider after all. And how shocked were you by what happened in the opening? Magnus spending, what was it, around 10 minutes and then sacrificing a pawn?
In fact, this position was very interesting, the starting position, because a type of a position that requires black to play really precisely. To me, it kind of reminds me of the final game between Vincent and Vincent was black against Fabi, And this was such a brilliant game starting from the opening, where Vincent also sacrificed the pawn early on, and it was the only idea to put the knight on h4 and play g5. It was incredible. And this also feels similar, that you really have to start going for something sharp. And I felt that what Magnus did made sense. It was actually very clever. So, yeah, because knight c3 was not possible because of knight b4, yeah? Yeah.
Very sneaky.
So I had to come up.
Well, in this round, there was a game which lasted about 4 moves.
Well, I didn't see it.
Yeah, Parham won the piece on move 4 against Hans.
Yes. Yeah. And yes, and then, I mean, at some point, I think Magnus just overstepped the limit that position had in it. I think here he played quite well. Yeah, this was all good. But right here, I think he had to, I mean, it was really necessary to play knight c5. Just to get rid of this knight and you know, undermine the weakness of the knight on e4, which is centralized. And I think knight c5, bishop c5, bishop e3, bishop b4, the position would remain balanced. It's surprising for me, but that's what I've learned from computers, that this is actually equal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just in time, I guess, Black to create some.
Some counterplay, yeah.
So he did play brilliantly up to this point, and then I think he just blinked. As he told me, he missed the fact that bishop e3, g5 is not good because of f5. Yeah, he was intending to play g5, but then f5, knight g7, I think, yeah, bishop g5 somehow doesn't really work for Black.
So how did it feel? Because the rest of the game looked very straightforward.
Yes.
And it must have been hard to kind of control your excitement, but you were able to reset very quickly and keep your focus.
Yeah, you know, it's just one game, because you shouldn't waste emotional energy, because the next game is coming. Yes.
That's why you didn't want to win on the spot, more or less, 20 moves
I
earlier.
thought I did well.
You were enjoying it, no?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
everything under control.
Yes, like a Peter style. You know,
I was enjoying.
He
massaging.
was so proud of you. You know? He said, yeah, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Slowly, painfully.
Not like you. Not like you did.
No, I was just wanted to
Yes.
play bishop c7
I know,
and
I
just
know,
finish
but-
off.
But no, I'm more.
I
of
wanted
a-
to little massage, yeah?
Yeah, of
Like-
course.
And
Treasure the moment, yeah?
Yes.
Levon, before we let you go and start the celebrations fully, what are you most looking forward to in 2026? Is there anything you want to ask of Santa Claus here?
Yes. I'm definitely. I want Santa Claus to have more tournaments.
Yeah, we're doing our very best, you know, and behind the scenes, you know, there's so much going on. I can't even start to begin. I have to first gather myself and talk to our investors, talk to other partners who are approaching us, what the direction is, what we are doing, because we have now completed what I would call a perfect season, and we don't want to just do something the same, like because it was done that way. Maybe we do a different thing. Maybe we have other partners. Maybe we have other locations, and so this is all, you know, to be basically discussed in the next 2-3 weeks. And so I hope that we're going to have an announcement by the end of the year. So that's the idea.
Wonderful.
Fantastic news for all of us, both here in South Africa and hopefully at home. Levon Aronian, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, and well, we're now missing one Grandmaster, so we're going to invite another one in to join us, Vincent Keimer, who ended in 3rd place here in South Africa. Vincent, it's been an incredible year for you, both in and outside of freestyle chess. How are you feeling? It looks like you've been playing with a smile on your face.
Yeah, today has been a good day. You know, I started the tournament feeling quite sick, and the round robin was very shaky and full of blunders, which usually shouldn't happen. And then I started to feel better, but still the match against Arjun was very shaky. And, you know, today I kind of felt like more or less at my best, and I felt that I played good chess, and it's of course a great feeling.
Yeah, and what was the one highlight today? Well, I guess in the tournament, was it just today's games against Javokir?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it could have been beating Levon. I was so close, in that second game. But of course, you're low on time. The knights are jumping, and then things get tricky. But yeah, that was kind of a golden opportunity which I missed, and then I would have been able to play the final against Magnus today.
Oh, that would have been a cool one too. But Peter, I want your brutal, honest judgment on Vincent this season. How proud are you, or how could he improve and go even further next year?
Yeah, well, it was incredible because before the whole season started, we had a very rough vacancy together, and in the very last round, Vincent had the chance to play against the future winner Pragnanda of the tournament, and he won a fantastic game. In, I don't know, 80, 90 moves, it was the last game to finish in vacancy, and we felt like this is the best preparation for Weissenhaus for the freestyle event. And then Vincent came there and then won against Alireza Firuza, Magnus Carlsen, and Fabiano Caruana, and in the style how he has done it. But that final game against Fabiano with black, where you also sacrificed the pawn right from the beginning, that was the reason why I jumped from my chair and I was running to the playing hall to hug Vincent. And that, okay, I just cannot believe that somebody played a game like this. So I'm extremely proud, and then the whole series was amazing. And now also culminating in the third place here in South Africa, I'm super proud.
Nice. And maybe you can tell us a bit about your work together, because it seems to be paying off for both of you this year. Peter at the World Cup, and Vincent, I mean, gaining all the rating points, world number 4 now, and freestyle Grand Slam winner as well.
Yeah, of course, we work still quite a lot, but being honest, there's not that much time for actual training camps because I've been playing so much that it was mostly preparation during the tournaments. I know, for example, during the Grand Swiss, you had also, many short nights, and of course, we were also going through all the pain together. But yeah, I think it's very important to have someone like so experienced and so good at chess by your side that supports you and has been for so many years. Of course, he knows me also so well by now, both humanly and also from a chess perspective. So that really helps. And yeah, that's always the thing. You have to find time to actually train simply because there are so many tournaments. So we will see how that works out in the next years.
Nice. And Peter, I'm going to put you on the spot. We're going to bring the board up. What was your favorite game of Vincent's this week?
Well, this week, I think definitely today's. Yeah, because today was very smooth. The opening was a little bit tricky because also Javo here sacrificed with third move e5. Let's just put this on. Vincent visited the confession booth explaining that, wait a second, before e5, that I'm very happy. I have things under control, clockwise also. And then Sindarov with some 11 minutes on the clock played e5, which turns the tables in a sense that we get a completely wild game. And then I was worried, but then how Vincent was able to neutralize the pressure, get the upper hand, and then also went on to win in a very nice style. Yeah, for example, here, bishop b4, that's where my heart was happy, because we discussed instead of bishop b4, d4, knight d5, instead of bishop b4, d5, d4 for black. Yes, and after knight d5, knight e6, when black has nice compensation, black will play bishop d7, long castle, and as a trainer you start to worry when you see compensation from your opponent. But after Sindarov missed this chance, he played bishop b4, then white's play got easy, and Vincent with every single move with bishop d2 developed the pieces, and it was clear that black, bishop f5, queen e3, queen d5, mistake according to the computer, and you will see that black's king on e8 will be targeted first. Castles, the game continued, and then soon in 3-4 moves, actually, we can make those moves. I can tell you when I was super happy. The bishop is coming to c4, takes, bishop f7, the rook is coming to f1, knight e d8, and this is the moment when if this position is not winning, then nothing, and Vincent sacrificed a piece with knight f5, went on to crush Sindarov, and after this, basically, he set the tone for the match.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Knight h6.
Knight h6.
Yeah, and the hard work was already done. Very nice. Vincent, you would agree?
Yeah, pretty much. I certainly believe that I played my best chess here today, and I'm very happy. It's always a good feeling when you're controlling a match. Of course, at the end of the day, it matters that you win it, but there are differences to how you can win a match. For example, against Arjun, it was just extremely fighting and could have gone either way, and today I felt much more in control.
Yeah, that's good. And I pulled up this position just because it's really picturesque as well. And we heard your confessional here. You weren't misjudging anything. You spotted, calculated this one correctly. And Vincent, I have to put you on the spot. Freestyle chess or regular chess right now? What are you enjoying more?
I really need both.
You need both?
Yes, I need both, and I will also play both next year. That I'm sure of. So if you continue with the tour, which I very much hope, I will be glad to be a part of it. And as for classical chess, I will really like it. You know, also this year has gone fantastic, and I will not give up on that as well.
Will you be working with Matthias Bluebaum at all for the candidates?
I think that's not something to discuss.
Okay, no secrets here. But good to know you'll be doing both. And yeah, what specific plans do you have for next year? Do you have something lined up already? Or?
I mean, I'm going to be playing Weigannsee. That's the first thing, and always, you know, a quite big tournament, also important tournament, kind of setting the tone for the whole year. And except for that, you know, I will have to see about Grand Chess Tour. I, of course, very much hope I will be able to, you know, be one of the members there. But certainly, it's just going to be a great year. I mean, we will have Olympiad coming as well. So, to be honest, my tournament calendar is not yet done. Most of it is still a bit open, but I'm expecting it to have many nice tournaments, and I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, and we've called Jan-Henrik Santa Claus here, and I asked Levon what he wants from next season. What are you looking forward to? What do you want to ask of Jan-Henrik?
I don't know. I like his surprises. You know, usually, basically, I didn't really. I mean, I played a little bit of. Back then it was still in Chess 960 in Biel, but you know that you could actually make such tournament out of it. It's truly fantastic. And being honest, I wasn't always fully believing it was possible, but I'm very glad I was proven wrong. So I'm just hoping like there are new ideas coming, Freestyle Chess continues, and that we will have a great next season.
Perfect. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us. Many congratulations.
Before that, you know how he got actually into the tour?
Okay.
Who got him into the tour?
Ooh.
Who selected him for the first tournament? No less than Magnus Carlsen.
Wow.
He saw his potential as early as, when was it, like in October, November 23?
It was during the Grand Swiss 2023. I just arrived
he said,
I
you know,
when
we did the GOAT Challenge as a first, and he was basically selecting the 7 players that he wanted to play with. He mentioned Vincent, which of course was extremely good pick, right? So
it's his own fault then, Magnus, getting you to come in and win Weissenhaus. But so nice to see a German player win in Germany. Vincent, we'll let you go and relax, recover, celebrate. Many congratulations.
Thank you.
And Jan, everyone's talking about secrets, surprises. Tell us about next season.
Yeah, really, as you know, I would like to talk. You know, usually I talk a lot, and Holly then says, "Oh, you talk too much," and so on. So it's like, as I said, it's really true that I have so many discussions. We're gonna have some visits to make. We're going to go to different places to meet different people, because obviously now we have created this huge asset, and so the question is where to go with this asset, right? So and this is why I can't really say a lot about next season, because we honestly really don't know. We don't know anything. Similar like with freestyle chess, you don't know anything until you start the game. So as I said, I've given us like 2 or 3 weeks until the end of the year, and then we want to know where we're going to go, because there's also some certain, especially of course in this game, where's the money coming from? Who pays the most money? Has the most say in what we're doing and all this kind of. So this is why we are still, looking for who is giving us the most support, and then we basically sing their song, kind of sing. That's the way it goes. Yeah.
Makes sense. And what are you most proud of this season, looking back from Weissenhaus, Paris, Grenke, Vegas, and now South Africa?
I'm just extremely proud of Thorsten, Holly's father, and his team. That the professional way of how they have implemented physically, like with all of the 85 people around here every time, creating all this, which was like something in my head, and they're coming to reality. And then I have such a great relationship with Thorsten, who happens to be my father-in-law as well, but is like that we are, we don't even have to talk a lot. I just say what's the idea, and then he comes up with these great things. So just one example, just then he invented this drawing machine, right? So he's basically saying, okay, let's do something fun. Let's not just press a button and have a number. Let's have a whole process about it. And the most proud also I am about that we did this new format. It's kind of a team effort, like it's everything, of course. Like Magnus had this idea, and then I came up with a name, Freestyle, and then it was like we implemented that, and then we saw, for example, the potential, and that was something, the credit is to Magnus and Fabiano on the first Go Challenge in Weissenhaus in February, when they were sitting in our wine cellar for dinner, and they were saying, how great would it be if the players would form teams, you know, like a white team for the white pieces and the black team for the, and then they can talk about it, and they take like 10 minutes and so this has become a very important part of our new sports, which is not possible in traditional chess, because why would you talk to other people about the openings, right? But with this, you're analyzing together, and you have the fans and the audience participate, and then you can listen into the heads of the grandmasters before the game, not analyzing thereafter, but before the game, what they are thinking about this. And I think this has become an element, and this is, I think, a thing that I'm most proud of, that we have invented this thing.
It's a very cool feature. And just final words from everyone here. Judith, I'll start with you. What's been the highlight of your freestyle season?
Well, it's very hard to pick one, but if, let's say, I pick one chess part, I think Magnus is bouncing back here against Fabiano. That was something very special for me to follow closely, live, every second of it, starting from the moment where he looked at the position, where all the other players were looking at it, it's okay, it's hopeless. And then he left. He was in his zone at the board. After that, after 2 moves, after c4, b5, c5, b4, the way he was spinning the pieces and sacrificed the pawn and put Fabiano, who is world class, one of the biggest experts in freestyle chess, with the black pieces. He was able to bounce back, and those magical things he did with the bishop c6, a6 stuff. I mean, that was something really where Magnus showed his skill, because it's very hard for people to tell what is the difference between Magnus and others, right? That simply has such a love for the game, for creativity, for his imagination, that this is kind of moment which was so amazing to witness from second to second, how resilient he is. And he comes back and he fights, and when he's losing, he's just frustrating, but he comes back and he wins. So this was something, maybe the best sportive moment for me from the event.
Yeah, he's the Grand Slam champion for a reason. And Peter, how about yourself? Year highlight?
Yeah, well, the whole season was amazing, but there was also one very special event, the Grenke event, yeah, which was an open tournament with hundreds or thousands of players participating. Everybody got a chance. And then what was the final outcome? Magnus Carlsen scoring 9 out of 9, a completely historical feature. And I was doing also the double shift, yeah. 2 games per day, commentating was just amazing, being part of this history being made. And also this energy with this fully packed hall with 3,000 people looking and also rooting for Magnus Carlsen to get the 9 out of 9. At the same time, it was coming at the cost of Vincent Carmel, because he had to beat Vincent in the very last round. So it was also a very emotional kind of moment. But I thought, like, if someone does 9 out of 9, then he also deserves to beat Vincent. So a very big congratulations for Magnus also for this incredible achievement there.
And then adding to that is that specific moment, he had, I think, the best tournament scoring of any player in history, like 3,000 something. And he, for the first time, broke through the 2,900 ELO. I think that was a thing that also was for him very important. We have this freestyle ELO, which we have based on the traditional ELO. And so now he is, I don't know, I just saw him once at 29, 23, when I just saw like the 8 players, and you see everybody has like 2,700 something. There's nobody with 2,800, there's Magnus with 2,900 or something. And I think that was also a very important thing for him, and because that shows that this performance at the Grenke tournament in April was absolutely out of this world. This was like, I think nobody has ever done such a thing like this. And I know, after talking to him like about this also, that this is what he enjoyed also most in this whole tour. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter, you mentioned the energy, the emotion. It's with a lot of emotion. I have to say goodbye to everyone at home. It's been such a great time. Judith, Peter, Jan-Henrik, thank you so much for joining me. And for everyone watching, we hope you've enjoyed the show at Freestyle throughout this season. It's been a real roller coaster. We hope to be back in 2026. But for now, it is goodbye. See you all soon.
What a final to an extraordinary freestyle chess Grand Slam Tour 2025. 3 continents, 5 stages, from Weissenhaus to Paris and Grenka to Las Vegas, and now here at Grootbos Private Nature Reserve. Freestyle chess is more than just a tournament series. What a wonderful journey. It all kicked off at Cape Town's waterfront with a splash. The South African leg began with a diving freestyle chess challenge at the rooftop of the Silo Hotel. Grootbos Private Nature Reserve proved to be a breathtaking stage for the 2025 season finals, combining wild beauty with a majestic atmosphere. In this freestyle chess Grand Slam, you showed what you are truly capable of. Every move, every battle, every moment of risk and courage has made this tour something special.
Magnus just signaled, I'm so happy.
I'm just surprised. That was one of the most bizarre blunders I've seen at this level.
Because Magnus obviously finds it. And it's a brilliancy. You capture the bishop, the rook slides over, you win material. A turnaround. Magnus about to make a comeback in this match. This just feels like Magnus on Hulk mode. And when he gets on this gear, it's just bad news for everyone.
And now we say this clearly and directly to you. Thank you, guys.
Chess is hard, freestyle chess is harder.
I've been trying to find the words to say you mean the world to me. When I'm fighting and you see me